I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Light?
I think it's
Yeah,
called
with
Lightyear.
Kiki. And like, and she had a baby with a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. They putting it everywhere.
And no parent does. No parent goes to the movies so that their kid could watch two lesbians pretend to have a baby. Let's be real. No parent does. What this is really for, this is for the generation that grew up on Disney and now they've decided that they're LGBTQ, or they've decided that, you know, they want to be feminists and all this other stuff, and Disney is trying to cater to them. This isn't for the children. This is for the parents of the children that now believe it is hateful to say a man is a man and a woman is a woman. And people are going to come after Snoop. Not Snoop. People gonna come after Snoop Dogg for being real and saying what most parents feel. We don't feel comfortable taking our kids to see Disney Channel movies. Really, me and my wife right now with our children, we're not showing them any Disney stuff unless we've already seen it. The stuff that we seen when we were kids, that's cool. A lot of that's cool. But the new stuff, we gotta watch it first if we let them see it at all. Let's continue.
The rapper explaining his shock at seeing lesbian parents depicted on screen. The scene from the 2022 film marked Disney's first same-sex kiss.
Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. Just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey man, watch the movie. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like y'all throwing me in the middle of I don't have an answer for it.
Well, I think we do have an answer, right? We have an answer. It's just that, you know, it's become unpopular to tell your kids the truth because you're going to be labeled as hateful, and your kids are going to go to school and they're going to say the truth and they're going to get suspended and labeled as hateful. But we all know the truth. A man is a man and a woman is a woman, and we don't want lesbian couples in these movies, in these children movies, because then that opens up all these other questions that children are really not ready for. But you almost have to force these conversations on your children first so that when they are coming into contact with these things, they understand it. So before it used to be children, they're not learning about sex, they're not learning about these other things until they get a little bit older. But now those conversations are being forced because they go watch a movie with their grandpa, and now they asking about lesbians. Well, what is a lesbian? How do you explain what a lesbian is without involving sex? How do you explain what it is without talking about relationships? How do you explain and not sound hateful when you say a man is supposed to be with a woman, but you know, there's these two women's, because if you ever have a kid, you know that they ask questions, right? Why? Well, why? Hey, how do those two women have a kid? They didn't. Well, why do they have a kid? Maybe they adopted them. Well, why? What are they doing together? Why did they kiss? Oh, they're in a relationship. Well, I thought a relationship was supposed to be a man and a woman. Why are they together? Oh, they're lesbians. What's a lesbian? And now you got to sit there and talk about eating coochie with your grandkid? Come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Let's be real. Nobody trying to talk about eating coochie with their grandkids or they little 5-year-old daughter or son. And this is why a lot of parents are even scared to send their children to school, because this is what's being pushed in the school. Listen to what Snoop said. This is key. This is key right here. Listen to what he says.
I didn't come in for this. Just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey man, watch the movie. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like y'all throwing me in the middle of I don't have an answer for it.
We want to go to the movie. We want to enjoy ourselves. Listen to what he says.
Show that at this age, like
that part.
they're going to ask questions.
Yeah.
They are going to ask. I don't have the answer.
What'd you tell them?
Watch the movie. Eat this popcorn.
Shh. Snoop's hot.
And that's the difference between me and Snoop is I do have the answers, right? And this is the danger with not having the answers, is because there's going to be a group of people that your children run into that seem like they got all the answers, and those answers are going to be like, well, if you're a boy, you could be a girl, and if you're a girl, you could be a boy, and if you're a boy, you might like other boys, and if you're a girl, you might like other girls. It's all experimental. Go out there, experiment, see what you like, blah blah blah. But when you understand your morals and your values and what you want to present to your children as the truth, it's your job to now start pushing that on them and teach them your values and what you want them to learn, and your morals and your systems and things like that. Damn all of this 2025 shit where we say the schools are going to raise our kids and the internet's going to raise our kids. We need to get back to raising our kids. We need to stop being so nice. We need to stop letting people push stuff on you, because the last thing you want is your children coming home. You have a son and he talking about, I'm a girl now. Or your daughter coming home talking about, I'm a boy now. Nah, I seen what you had when you came out. You are what you are. And what we know is that a lot of these children that are going through this confusing phase, they end up having mental illnesses. They go through a lot of trauma and a lot of pain. And people will say, well, that's because people are not accepting of them. No, a lot of it is because they had to grow up too fast. You're taking normal children that, have questions about life, and then you're pushing this propaganda on them. And we know what this is about. Let's be real. We know what this is about. This is about the government wanting, or Democrats in particular, wanting to form a new minority group called the LGBTQ community so that they have a new voter bloc. We see them doing it with illegal immigrants. And now, and I don't want to say just now, but they've been doing that with the LGBTQ community, trying to create a minority group and say that now you're not a minority if you're black or whatever. You're a minority if you're a woman. You're a minority if you're gay. You're a minority if you're lesbian. You're a minority if you like men and you a man and you said you was a man and born as a man, but now you a woman. They're trying to create a new voter bloc, and that's why they're pushing this so heavily. They say less than 1% of people are LGBTQ, but then yet you turn on the news and everywhere you go, it's LGBTQ. You can't go to the movies, it's LGBTQ. You have a movie for children that shows two women kissing. I'm going to be real. I wouldn't want that in a movie where it was a heterosexual couple kissing. I don't think that that's for children. Why are you showing people kissing in a children's film? If adults want to see people kissing, go turn on Pornhub. If adults want to see people kissing, go turn on X videos. If adults want to see people kissing, go kiss your spouse. Like, why are you even putting that in children's films to begin with? That's the deeper question. Why is anyone kissing anybody in a children's film? So that they can start sexualizing children. They can start sexualizing them. And that's what it comes down to. So Snoop, I'm glad that you said what you said. I hope you stand on business. I hope when they start asking you questions, you don't back down. I hope that you speak truth to power. I hope that you use your platform to let people know this is a big deal. I know you did this on the podcast. I don't know when you did it, if this was months ago or whatever, but understand, they are pushing this on children intentionally. And we are to the point in my family where homeschooling is becoming more and more of a necessity because you're afraid to send your children to these schools where the teachers are LGBTQ and they're pushing it on the kids, where even if the teachers aren't LGBTQ, they've been told they have to push it on the kids and that we have to be accepting, and the kid that's over there and they're LGBTQ and they're a boy and they say they're a girl, you can't call that out and you have to pretend and tell your kids just love everybody and that's normal behavior and all this other stuff. No, we're not doing it. We calling it out in my family. We calling it out. Hey, daddy, there's a boy that says they're a girl. No, that's a boy. We calling it out. Well, daddy, they said that you hateful if you don't da-da-da-da-da. Well, I guess I'm hateful then. Because we calling it out. We naming it. We indexing it. We letting it be known. This is not normal behavior. This is mental illness. I hope they get help. But this is not something that we are going to normalize in my household. If we at a movie and we see this stuff popping up on screen and there's questions, We gonna address it right then and there. Hey, this is part of a propaganda. This is what they doing. This is why they doing it. And we gonna reinstate and reinforce and let it be known we speaking truth to power. We not on this nonsense. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is Snoop gonna be canceled? Let me know what y'all think. Also, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out my content confidence workbook. Info is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat if you are trying to build a brand online without the burnout. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.